في iTech هذا الأسبوع عملية فحص خصوبة الرجل في المنزل، تقنيات لزرع نباتات عضوية داخل المطبخ، ستارت اب VentureStorm لتأمين مطورين للشركات الناشئة، MakeBlock نظام وحدات لجمع رجل آلي ودرونز. حسب الإحصاءات الطبية 50% من مشاكل الخصوبة يتحملها الرجل. في هذه الحالة يتوجب على الرجل التوجه إلى العيادة أو إلى الطبيب أو المستشفى لفحص الخصوبة. في بعض المناطق والمجتمعات هذا الفحص من المحرمات أو من الصعب القيام به من قبل الرجل. بفضل التقنيات أصبح اليوم بإمكان فحص الخصوبة أن يكون في المنزل وبشكل سهل بواسطة جهاز جديد وصغير اسمه تراك. التقينا بمؤسس تراك لقاء إرشادي توجيهي وللتعرف على جهاز تراك.
I came out of mechanical engineering. I was a research scientist doing R&D and development in clinical diagnostics for a lot of point-of-care applications. We decided to focus here, one, because of the technology of recognizing we could build a home sperm counter, but more so because of the need, that men are really underserved and there was nothing else out there. And we got a tremendous reception when we thought about building a home sperm counter and said, let's go for it. We just got FDA clearance last year. We're really launching the product and trying to build some awareness around sperm and, more importantly, men's reproductive health.
When we go to a clinic to test ourselves, we don't know what happens after we do the test. How it goes with you is based on the same medical criteria?
So our intent is not to replace the lab test. It's a different technology, it's a different test, it's a different approach. Our intent is to come in much sooner. So this is a device that measures your sperm count in the comfort of your own home. The way it works is we have the device, and these are single-use disposable cartridges. You can think of this as a mini at-home centrifuge. It runs on AA batteries. You collect your sample at home. I'll let you figure out how that goes. You load a few drops in to the center of our disposable, close the lid, and it's going to spin for about 5 minutes. And what we're doing is we're using centrifugal force to isolate, pull out the sperm cells, and give you a reading of your sperm count. Now we classify your sperm count as low, moderate, or optimal for conception. And most guys who use our tests are going to come out low or moderate. They're going to be suboptimal. And we built a suite of information through our website, through our mobile app that goes with the product. Sperm quality is something that guys can pretty dramatically impact through relatively small health and lifestyle changes, and you can see a change, and that change can be the difference between successful conception and not. A man's semen sample really consists of fluid, seminal fluid, and sperm cells. Sperm cells are actually the densest cell in your body, so they're pretty heavy, they really pack a punch. By spinning it like this, we're able to pull them out and isolate them out of the sample. So you end up with a very distinct white pellet of sperm cells in the outer region of the disposable. There's a little window here, and you read it out like a thermometer. So the height of that white cell pellet corresponds to your concentration. You read it out, you throw it away, and you can start to take actions on what you can do to improve your score.
Okay, taking actions after the test is part of your company as well, educated people.
Yeah.
Tell us about how do you educate them?
What a lot of guys don't understand is that your sperm count's not set in stone. It's not a health parameter like your height, for example. It's something that can dramatically fluctuate and change day to day, and you can control it through some health and lifestyle options. So we give feedback on things like diet and exercise. Heat exposure is a big one, of avoiding hot tubs and laptops. Toxins, so what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're smoking can have a big impact. Stress is a big one for both men and women. Stress is a fertility cleaner, so getting good quality sleep, being able to relax, good sex and a little romance goes a long ways to helping the odds of conception. So it's all sorts of those things that we're bringing education on. We built a website all around this topic, don'tcookyourballs.com. Everything you need to know about men's reproductive health and sperm. It's comprehensive, it's scientific, it's written with leading fertility physicians and specialists with a little bit of a lighthearted and kind of edgy tone to help knock down those barriers. We're talking about things that This is a very private, very difficult issue for a lot of people to talk about, even amongst a man and a woman. But if you can get over those barriers and start to open up those communication channels, that can go a long ways towards treatment and improving your chances. And that's what we intend to do. So it's written both to her and him, help them understand and take steps together.
And what is the website, educational website?
It's don'tcookyourballs.com.
Mm-hmm. And you mean something in the name?
We do. I mean, it's intended to be memorable, something that, you know, people like to get a laugh at, but it also implies right in the name, hey, heat's bad, you know? And it starts to get guys thinking, I think, in a way about what am I doing? What am I doing on a day-to-day level that might be harming my fertility? And, you know, sperm count is something that there's no other outward symptom. So there's no way to know what your sperm count is without testing it.
Absolutely. Let's talk about two factors. Since you are a technology show, how the technology affects negatively the sperm count? The tablets, laptops?
Yeah, so laptops recently underwent a name change. Now they call them notebooks or, you know, personal, because you're not supposed to be wearing them on your lap. There's a lot of heat and radiation. There are studies showing that men who carry their cell phone in their front pocket are a little bit more at risk of possible radiation and heat exposure, and they really recommend, you know, keeping it outside, keep it in your backpack or your back pocket, keep it against your chest.
Back pocket is fine, front pocket is not.
It's better, yeah. Anything you can keep away. So it's those sorts of things. There's been a lot of studies about how much men watch TV being tied to lower sperm counts. Basically the idea is if you're lounging around more and sitting is bad. I think guys who spend a lot of time in traffic should get checked because, you know, if you're spending 2 hours a day in your car just sitting, standing still in traffic, it could be having negative impact. Yeah, all sorts of those things.
In terms of food, what the best food and what the worst food?
In terms of the worst, the general guidance is to avoid fried foods and fast food have been tied to lower sperm quality. Just soy ingestion has been tied to lower sperm count. Soy can raise your estrogen levels, drop your testosterone levels, and could harm your sperm count. What's good is general antioxidants and vitamins, so zinc and vitamins, things that have been shown to be important for sperm health. The more of those things you can get in your body. There's a lot of multivitamins marketed and sold for this purpose. Give guys a little extra boost on a daily level of things that can improve sperm health. Steroids is terrible for fertility. Men who are taking steroids or synthetic testosterone of any time are at a pretty high risk of having fertility problems. Taking those sorts of chemicals can shut down your body's production of sperm, so there's a general guidance. If you're trying to take care of your reproductive health and start a family, avoid any of that stuff. You know, it can be reversible, but you don't want to risk it.
Exactly. Back to your product. So this is the device.
Yep.
It comes in a box.
That's right. We ship
what
it
comes
direct.
inside the box?
So it comes with the device and everything you need to run 4 tests. So collection cups and the disposables and droppers. We have booklets, we have education that comes with it about what you need to know about these things that can improve reproductive health.
And there is a guide inside?
It's an instruction guide, yeah, easy written. Lots of pictures to help you understand how it works and what you can do about it. We have a 2-test refill pack that we sell on the side, again, really for men who want to do more testing. We recommend testing monthly, so once a month, and it's going to take a few months to see changes after you implement something of eating better or being more active. But after that, you know, your sperm count can go up pretty quickly, and we encourage guys to test monthly and see changes that, again, this is all about shifting the likelihood of conception into the couple's favor.
Is your fertility Trak FDA approved in the US?
It is FDA cleared, yep. So we are a
What does it mean cleared?
So we're a medical device. We're not a pharmaceutical. So
you're a medical device.
We're a medical device. We're a class 2 medical device. It's actually classified as a hematology device, so it's a cell counter, similar to laboratory hematology analyzers.
Okay.
Yeah, the technical verbiage is FDA cleared versus drugs tend to be approved. So it's just semantics. We did a 240 patient 3-site blinded clinical study with the device to get that FDA clearance. So it involved men coming into fertility clinics and urology offices using our product, and then we compared those results to what the laboratory read. And all of that was intended to support our claim that we're just as accurate as lab tests, which we are. So if you go to a lab to have a semen analysis done, This device is going to give you just as accurate as a result, but in the comfort of your own home.
Pleasure meeting you.
You too. Thanks
a lot for the information.
Thanks for coming by. Thanks.
تقنيات لزرع نباتات عضوية داخل المطبخ. طريقة جديدة للحصول على شتوت داخل المنزل أو داخل مطبخ المنزل بمساعدة التقنيات. ناتوفيا تقدم هذا الجهاز. من خلال هذا الجهاز وهذه البذور يمكن الحصول على محصول أورجانيك أو عضوي 100%. لنتعرف كيف.
This is all stainless steel material. We don't use any plastic inside the machine. These cups are ceramic, and the lights are LED lights, and they're cool to touch. They're not going to burn the plants, and they're also very energy efficient. The seeds will start here, and they'll grow about 2 to 3 weeks here, and then you can move them up, and then they'll bloom fuller. We sell seeds like this. They come in a box. Yes. This is sweet basil. They come in a capsule like this, and then there's a growth medium inside, and then the seeds are placed inside, and they're covered with a thin film of gelatin, so when the water touches it, it dissolves. And it's the same gelatin that you have in, let's say, ice cream, so it's food safe as well.
So we keep the gelatin on it.
Yes. All you do is just take it out, and then you place it inside.
And the medium is made
It's a mixture of different materials. It's all organic, and it's sterile, so there's nothing, no pesticides, no...
It's no soil.
It's not soil, no. It's just a sterile medium, yes. Mm-hmm. And then you also have 3 different cartridges. One is for nutrients, one is for pH plus and pH minus. So since there is no soil, the water is where the plants get all of their nutrients. So the water is pumped from the bottom to the top, and it cascades down. As the water cascades down, the plants only take enough of what they need. So they only take enough nutrients. So this plant is going to take the same amount of nutrients as, let's say, this one will. So there's a water tank on the bottom, and this machine connects much like a dishwasher would. So it connects to your water in and water out inside your home. So the city water is pumped inside the machine, and it mixes with the nutrients and the pH and the pH minus. There's sensors inside the tank. And then there's a pump that pumps the water up, and then it cascades down to each single plant.
What are the sensors for?
The sensors, they determine humidity. They determine how much pH is inside the water, if it needs to be adjusted, and also how much nutrients are inside the water as well. We use 100% organic seeds. Since there's no natural predators here, so there's no insects or anything like that, there's no need for pesticides or herbicides. It's a contained unit. So, and then none of our pH plus or pH minus that we use in there have any chemicals or synthetic items. Everything that we use is organic. Another cool thing that I forgot to tell you about is there's actually speakers inside this machine, and they're only for the plants. So we have playlists for classical music, ambient music, and nature sounds. So when you close the door, there's been study that plants perform better with classical music and nature sound. You go to www.nutfia.com.
ستارت اب VentureStorm لتأمين مطورين للشركات الناشئة.
Hello, iTech. My name's Tommy Johnson, and I'm the co-founder of VentureStorm. Me and my 2 other co-founders graduated from the University of Maryland last May, and while taking entrepreneurship courses there, we noticed that many students have ideas for mobile apps, web applications, whatever it may be, but lack the full stack of skills to develop themselves. And we noticed this issue outside of students around the DC area as well. So we launched a platform, VentureStorm.com, to help connect the 2, entrepreneurs and early stage ventures with software developers. So entrepreneurs can post a project, specify the stack that they're working on, offer monetary compensation and even equity to the developers they're looking for, and broadcast to the thousands of developers we have on our platform. From there, developers can actively search through those projects, apply to the ones that interest them, and even message just to connect with the entrepreneur. We even allow premium features for the entrepreneurs to scroll through and see our entire database of developers, search and recruit by location, university, skills, whatever they're looking for. We've been completely bootstrapped to date. We have gotten a few grants from pitch competitions, a few grants through the school, and a few grants through other competitions around the area. So we've been really lean and using a couple, kind of quirky marketing tactics to really get our name out there, posting on Quora, posting on Reddit, whatnot, to get the initial traction and feel we need. And as far as our next steps, we're definitely going into a more project management route. So when we started out as university students, we were getting projects for a couple $100s and mostly equity, but nowadays we see the platform growing and the project budget size have increased to $25,000 to $50,000, all the way to a couple projects worth over $100,000. Now currently we don't really make money off the size of the budget of the project, but a lot of these founders have issues managing a software project, so we aim to give them a premium project manager service similar to developer agency, where we will scope out the technical requirements of the project, design and mock up what they're working on, and then pick from our pre-vetted developers and really make sure they still get that great relationship, managing that initial project all the way through its life cycle. And then the relationship going forward, the entrepreneur and the developer can communicate how they please, and any changes that they need to make can just be a quick text about changing a UI here or adding some other integration into their current product. So the website really acts similar on the most basic side to a job posting board, where entrepreneurs can give a full technical scope of what they're working on, their idea, what stack they're using, or if they don't know, just post that they're looking for a basic web platform or web application. And then developers can actively apply and submit a proposal, a very short, just what role they're interested in working on, as well as why they would be a good fit. And it's really just to give those entrepreneurs and those developers the initial connection. From there, they can take their relationship any way they want, for any commitment level, whether it's a co-founder, part-time, full-time, or even contractual work. Check us out at VentureStorm.com. It's free to sign up, free to post your project.
MakeBlock، نظام وحدات لجمع رجل آلي ودرونز. قابلية الأطفال أو الكبار على صناعة روبوتس أو ملحقات جادجت من خلال نظام الوحدات بتقدمهم MakeBlock لصناعة درونز وغيرها. نتعرف كيف.
Today we are showcasing our DIY robotics project. As you can see, it's in the shape of Huayi. And also we're showcasing Neuron, so that's our latest project that we just launched on Kickstarter. And we successfully raised over $100,000 within the 12 hours. And also we are introducing our AirBlock, so one of our first drone projects as well. So basically it's a DIY project. As you can see, like the eye part is using the 3D printing mechanism. And also we are combining it with our over 500 parts of mechanical parts so that you can assemble and be creative. And it will react to and respond as well. And we can also use the MakeBlock application to control it as well. This one is our little M-Bot that we're showing here. So this has been one of our star products. It has been widely used in classrooms and also home educations. So the reason being because it's the entry-level robot. So we have the graphical programming software that come with it. So it will lower the barrier for anyone who wants to get a foot into coding or programming. And for these ones here, these are our latest electronic building block platform. So we have over 30 different blocks, which you can mix and match and combine them together and use the flow-based programming software. It's called Neuron to control it. Basically, you are piecing the power and also different input modules along with the output modules. So one thing I want to point out is using the very unique pogo pin design, which you can connect the different modules just within the snap. And it's also compatible with like Lego parts as well. So in case if you put any Lego parts, it will just like that. So it can be, it's very compatible.
Nice. From MakeBlock's AirBlock, I see here a drone.
Yes.
Made from blocks, right? What is it about? Oops.
Oh. As you can see from the example that you're showing, we're having the magnetic connector, which you can connect them easily back together in case it hit like a hard surface. So, and also it's more than a drone. You can also turn it into a hovercraft. So basically you can have it move swiftly on land as well, and also on water. We have a water mode. And all three different modes you can control it using our MakeBlock applications. So as you can see, it actually flies very high and and it's safely landed. It's www.makeblock.com, or you can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well.
شاهدنا معا في iTech عملية فحص خصوبة الرجل في المنزل، تقنيات لزرع نباتات عضوية داخل المطبخ، ستارت اب VentureStorm لتأمين مطورين للشركات الناشئة، MakeBlock نظام وحدات لجمع رجل آلي ودرونز. لمتابعة فقرات هذه الحلقة في أي وقت تابعوا iTech على youtube.com/الحرة iTech وiTech Show على فيسبوك وتويتر.